contesting the president's statement, nobody has been able to say, since John Mahama ebedi president, will issue one license amani pebi Ghana. These are things you need to look. Nabutan say, is the president willing? Omo beje license and omo Ghana in the name of Yakuta license, but omo ya Galamsey no. President we buy almost 9 months ni Oma ubia license. He was emphatic. More problem with the president's statement, and I'll go to Erastus as our Donko's write up. That's what I'm saying. So the write up was out of emotions, but facts, he missed it because maybe he's pained about something. When you're pained about something, we understand. But when it comes to the facts are the facts. Now the president said, under his leadership, obedi abaimu. On releasing one license Emma Obia Ghana, meaning Odinkaka semi also so pese a ponkono eka buonima to buonim. Some pese ponkono ka e buonima to e buonim. So he has closed sa ponko buono. Now we have to deal with what is in the buo. Because sa won't deal with what is in the buo, you can't open that door for more ponko to enter or for more ponko to exit. Inti president say some person ponkono ka ebuonim a e wo so ye dey udi nka to ebuonim inti oba no ade a friend license obi beji aka say mekoye small scale mining, and so at the end of the day it is a chairman wontumi na wa end up doing illegal mining. No, he has stopped it for now. Nobody is taking license, and I was expecting you people to go out and say that is the beginning of fighting illegal mining in Ghana. Because it was people getting access to a lot of license and going out there in the name of me having a license and practicing the illegality. So now we are going to take our time and look within those who have been issued license before we move forward. Into John Mahama by 9 months, what to a buonim or see the way buonim, we need to clean the buo. After that, we can open that a buono for us to get some in or get some out. So as a journalist like Erastus, as a Donko, you have been on the ground more than I have been. You have first-class experience of what is happening on the ground. For the past 8 years, you have been on the ground, so you know. So for a president to even come and say 8 months or 9 months, ma ubia license, that should give you confidence. It should tell you that the willingness is there. It is not rhetoric. President Tekasendran or say they have set up Blue Water Guard and you're going to say payday. Near waha. Any baby gala stop near the president said they are even going to add 2,000 more to just protect the water bodies, patrolling on just the waters. At least somebody would see water guards, blue water guards on the rivers and stay away a little bit. It is a way of fighting it. Now the president spoke about a ban on the importation of excavators for Galamsey. As we speak today, the reason why Okotema port and installations bebria excavators it was all because people who are doing illegal mining cannot come forward and claim ownership of excavators or makra. The staple, John Mahama said, "What buonim?" Until we need to make sure we take care of what is in the buo. Until for a government for 8 years and the kufuado yan tu ebuo biamu, yan stopping the importation of excavators. Yan tracking excavator biamu. This government has the will. The willingness is there. And that is the most important thing, the willingness. So, abide banners or stop it, the license, issuing of license, mining license, then abana you're ready to deal with the matter. Let's put our emotions aside. The ayakom, the nipabia catch there, maybe especially the nipabia man can't. Let's put it aside and look at the facts. The president spoke about establishing gold board to streamline gold purchase. And the gold board aba omo djuma the saying omo de emra bebre abehyehe ho de emra no de ahyede na beye. Apart from gold board inkwa ebeto Ghana gold every Ghana for abe Ghana for dia no or sa de emra to send beye omo fa koti kwan so aye Galamsey se omo beton gold na ma den abontene fo no omo so dwumedie ne yebegu no. That is gold board ne dwuma omo bedi no omudi. It does not take a day, a month, 2 months, 8 months to do that. It is a gradual thing. The government has put things in place. The government is basically tuning the system. Into gold board this one, it's not just to purchase gold. The gold board there is to protect your gold, and to make sure it protects our environment. How is it doing it? People now need license to be able to purchase gold on our market, meaning we will not get any black gold or blood gold or gold from what we call child labor or illegal mining gold. And as time goes on, all these people buying illegal gold and people dealing in illegal gold, they will fade out because there will not be a market ready to buy their fake gold. When I say fake gold, gold that wasn't mined legally. The fact of the case is that the government is willing. And I am saying this because of Erastus Asaridonko, the write-up. Erastus, with all due respect, on the chairman journalism, on the first assignment, on the chairman said, this is what you say, this is what you do. And I am very privileged to speak on his write-up when my boss gets something wrong. Now, the president also talked about plan to repeal LI. Near Tikromha, and all our forests was taken over by illegal mining. And the Mino can say all the forests are Ghana and they are buying Asaj in the back. President Krakasa na one country or see to be Galamsey for Sakofa Tuno, Emma Omo to Tunyama say, Omo this soldier for Kwako just assassin. The president was real with us. Obian Kobeka se men kasa ade no wasem. Mameko kanche Ghana for say yaje assassin nyina forest nyina be die ho. But o say no. The president is being blunt, open, and transparent. What do you want the president to do? The president was making you understand the situation on the ground. The LI 2462, the president is 62. The president is making sure say any forest in Ghana. I thought that was what we have been screaming about for years. Now let's go to Erastus Asaridonko. The right up no. Na afei men chewa debi. You see the right up. The reason why I have an issue with Erastus right up and I say the right up now Erastus Troy, it is all about emotions. And he basically refused to address the matter factually. And that is where I have a problem with Erastus Asaridonko. Now, so tie some part of his right up or say the president did not inspire hope and urgency in the fight against Galamsey. I don't really know what you want the president to do. Maybe you wanted him to slank. You wanted the president to say he has put his presidency on the line. You want the president to just use some jargons. He's not going to do that. The president is going to be blunt with you. He's going to speak to you as a normal human being. He's going to give you the report, what is on the ground. So the urgency, I don't know whether you want the president to open his flap and take his dick out and say, this is my dick. No. The sense of urgency is the work being put in what they are doing, and the results are showing. Now, he watered down on a very precarious situation, just as he has done always. The president never, President Mahama, won't water down anything. From the beginning of his statement, he said he never underestimated the fight against Galamsey. So you are not being factual. You are being too emotional. You are being too emotional because you feel, say, why you're Juma as a reporter and some things have to be done in a certain way, a certain period. It doesn't work like that. We recognize your work. That is why but the way you want things to be done, when it comes to fighting a menace like Galamsey, it cannot be done at your pace. Galamsey should be strategically fought. You have to be technically smart. You reporting on Galamsey is different from somebody who is going to make implementations on taking decisions to stop it. Reporting on it is different from trying to stop it. Into your work and the work of the government is a totally different thing. As much as we appreciate you reporting on Galamsey, the people who are supposed to make sure they put their embra together to make it work, to stop it, it's a totally different thing. Into we all can comment on soccer. We can all comment on Black Stars. But not all of us can stand in the middle like Sibo and turn the game around. We can't. Inti, you being a reporter, I respect it. We all respect it. But when it comes to application of laws, because, and they won't mean sorry, boom, no, this is governance. You need to look out for the people. You need to look out for also their interest. You also need to understand and respect the law. Inti, you reporting on it does not mean that the way you report on it, which to you and to us, we respect and admire, it is not the same way when you want to do what? Fight it. When you are fighting Galamsey, you fight by using the law to fight it. And that is the part that my boss Erastus, you are missing. You are missing that point. You are becoming too emotional. Instead of you looking at things realistically, the president was being realistic. And I can tell you on authority, the president has never, when you say that precarious situation, just as he has done always, the president, since he became president, he has never defended any Galamsey activity in Ghana. So it will be better for you to retract and apologize to the president on that statement. When Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the president, he did not even admit to say Galamsey Koso. He never admitted. Even when Chairman Wontumi was into illegal mining, the Minerals Commission came out to issue a statement that a guy is mining without a license which is not legit. Nana Akufo-Addo in front of Ghanaians never admitted Chairman Wontumi was into illegal mining. So when you make such a statement, Mr. Erastus, you are being too emotional. Let the emotions go down and look at the issues realistically. Team. Now, my mentor Erastus statement in so. And my team this time into our entry na mentor Erastus. This is a Akufo-Addo when he was addressing the issue of Galamsey. And you want to say President Mahama, where did President Mahama stand to defend or make it look like he's defending illegal mining? This is a Akufo-Addo.
Before I take my seat, let me respond briefly to the chairperson on the issue of illegal mining. I want to assure him and all of you that Akonta Mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak. Him and all of you that Akonta Mining is not engaged in any illegal mining anywhere in Ghana as we speak.
This is the president, de Akufo-Addo. Abrana wo Erastus, wako Akonta Mining site. Wa follow up, ako recover documents to prove say Chairman Wontumi is doing Galamsey. The president stood on national television. You want to compare this to John Mahama? When did you ever hear Mahama defend anybody when it comes to illegal mining in Ghana? You need to apologize to the president. I am very ashamed that you of all people, you lower the standard this way. You are lowering the standard. You are too emotional about the issues. I understand what you have gone through. Metia, and with all due respect, over America, out of respect, you paid me a visit. We talked passionately about how you want things to change, how you want to fight illegal mining through your reporting. I know, at a point, these same people, they threatened to kill you and your children and your wife. You even had to find a way to leave the country. These things all you went through, so I understand your emotions when it comes to Galamsey. But emotions does not solve issues. We are talking about real issues the president is presenting before you. You are getting it wrong here, my boss. You are getting it wrong. And this, I was shocked when I read your write-up. 90% of the write-up is all emotions. There's nothing factual about what you are saying. And a lot of speculations. At your level, you don't speculate. At your level, when it comes to speaking on Galamsey or illegal mining in Ghana, you are not supposed to speculate. I'll point it out to you where you were speculating. I want to fight illegal mining. I want Galamsey to stop. We all need to do our part. We are not supposed to be speculative. We are not supposed to be emotional. We are supposed to be factual. We need to look at the issues because it is only laws that can fight Galamsey, not emotions. I totally disagree with him on the withdrawal of IGP's men and accusing them of not knowing the difference between legal small-scale miners and illegal miners. The president never accused the IGP. He never accused the police. That's why I'm saying sometimes you need to take a breath. Take some breathing exercise. The emotions are too much. In the president's statement, he said there was too much confrontation between the police and some of the people involved in illegal mining. And he believed that it would be better that the police are withdrawn because when it comes to illegal mining, the way it is sophisticated, the line between legal mining, legal small-scale mining, and illegal small-scale mining or illegal mining is very light and very tiny. Even you reporting on the ground, sometimes you go to some sites, you cannot differentiate between illegal mining and legal mining. The only way you are able to differentiate is that, oh, this one is going into the river. But somebody might not be mining and then everything going into the river, but they are still doing illegal mining. So when the president says we are pulling the police, because maybe the police sometimes, they misunderstand the whole situation. The president The president never accused the police of doing anything. Sometimes we need to choose our words well. We need to choose our words well. We need to respect office. As much as we are journalists, we have the voice. We need to be very careful the way we put things out, because that is what destroys or make. Now, you go on to say this. That is totally fallacy. That is total fallacy. It shows that it's either the president was ill-briefed about the situation in the ground, or he was totally clueless of what happens on the ground. I am surprised at your level at your level as a journalist, you are using such words. I'm very surprised. I am very surprised. Maybe you are on a route to embarrass the president to make you look good. But you clearly know that what you are talking about here, the president of the republic, in his opening speech, he made Ghanaians understand what the government is doing about illegal mining. Now, when you made this statement, you were never able to prove that the president was lying, or the president was deliberately, or he was misinformed, or he was not briefed well. You just made a statement, a flat statement, and walked. When somebody makes a statement like that about you, oh, Erastus Asarodonko, or Kosai Tibi, and Okokava Galamsey, and Erastus Jessica, you'll be pissed off. Because you wouldn't want anybody to even think, say, what Kosai Tibi Akojisika, until you come quickly on TV and say, no, that is my credibility, that is my name. This never happened. This is the president of the republic. He made Ghanaians understand. He made Ghanaians understand the air cost and the omoye against the fight against Galamsey. So for you to just come and use such statement, it's a total disrespect to the president. Total disrespect. And I know at this point, if you want the president's attention, if you go to a Jubilee House and you want to meet the president because of the work you have done, this president, I know, will give you every room. So you don't disrespect the president in your write-up out of emotions. You don't do that. Whatever you need from the presidency as a reporter and from all the success you have chalked in reporting on illegal mining, this president will open his doors to you. So when you make such a statement, what are you trying to prove here? Now you go on to say this. Mr. S, do you want me to play one more video? My team is saying I should play this video to respond to something, and then we will continue with Erastus right up. All right, team, thank you very much. I just got it. It's here. Okay. This is the president.
The scourge of Galamsey is receiving much attention. We've established the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, as a Central Operations Command Center coordinating the national fight against illegal mining and its associated environmental degradation. In a coordinated effort across all security agencies and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, 440 excavators have been seized. Over 1,400 arrests have been made, with suspects awaiting prosecution. Over 300 Shamfang machines have been confiscated and destroyed. Over 900 water pumps seized from illegal mining sites have been handed over to the Ministry of Agriculture for distribution to farmers for irrigation purposes. Of Ghana's 288 forest reserves, 44 had previously suffered varying degrees of destruction from illegal mining. Notably, 9 of those reserves had become no-go zones due to the presence of armed groups. Through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and with support from the security agencies, we've successfully repossessed all 9 of these red-zoned forest reserves. However, over the weekend, the Jimira Forest Reserve and the Anria Futu section of the Ofinch Shelter Belt was reinvaded by illegal miners after these were handed back to the Forestry Commission. The military is currently working with NIMOS to repossess those reserves and establish a permanent presence in those liberated forest reserves to prevent re-incursion by illegal miners. 980 personnel have been recruited, trained and deployed in the Western and Savannah regions. They conduct daily operations on major river bodies, serving as community vanguards to ward off illegal mining activities. An additional 1,020 personnel will be recruited and deployed by the end of the year, bringing the total force to 2,000 blue water guards. The next phase will focus on dechemicalizing and restoring our water bodies to their pristine state. Feasibility studies for this critical restoration efforts are currently underway. In collaboration with the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Finance, GRA Customs Division, and the Ports and Harbours Authority, we've instituted a system for the proactive tracking of all imported excavators and earth
So the
moving.
president said all this. Erastus, 440 excavators. We are talking about 1,000 people arrested. Today, the CJ, the Chief Justice, Mr. Bonny, or say they are thinking of putting together a tribunal quickly just for illegal mining, Galamsey issues. President said 300 champagnes. And Oma Jini na ebi Oma Shono. Or say 900 water pumps. Ya che ama ekuafo, ya jefi illegal miners in sim, acha ama ekuafo. The president was talking about 44 forest reserves. Oma fighting to get 9